back now and ask you that they want you to be with them again, or they want you to take them back, they're apologizing. This is their ex that hurt you. There's an ex that broke you down into pieces. Would you take them back? If you would, why? If you wouldn't, still, why?
Yeah, no, this is a serious one indeed. Like, guys, and the comments that I got, my awesome friend, Kulagan Aba, says, never share load, dude. If you know what this means, it means leave that trash. So basically, he's agreeing with me. Never. Never. Never.
So he says he would.
He says never. No, he says he wouldn't take that person back.
Oh, okay. I think
never.
Yeah, but I mean, if you would take somebody back, why would you?
Like I said, maybe if there are other reasons, like more reasons other than just maybe feelings. If that person was, I don't know. Hey guys, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the ones that say I would take them back, so they can give us reasons. I
wish I was that one that says I would take them back, but because I'm not, then I'm not doing it.
But here's a twist. What if you were the one that was the toxic one? For example, sometimes we're very toxic guys without even knowing. Your goodness might be toxic to someone else.
Yes.
So if you are the one that goes back to a person, would you want to be taken back?
Okay.
Mina, yes, because I'm a great girlfriend.
You know what? Okay, let me speak it on the side of me being the one that goes back and wishing to be taken back, because I wouldn't go though. But anyway, let's just say I do, and then I want that person to take me back. Yes, I would love them to take me back because I've changed and I'm a good person, obviously. And when I love.
Because sometimes, you know what I realized? We give so much of ourselves to a person who is not ready for you at the time.
Yeah.
So no matter how great you are, if that other person is not ready for your greatness or your influence or your positivity or whatever it is, that person might then rebel against it and be like, whatever, this girl is cramping my style, she's too serious, wada, then they realize and they wake up later on like, no man, this person had a vision for us, and then now maybe it's a bit too late to actually come back and change. So now when the question is now, would you be the one that goes back to a certain ex and say, listen, I was maybe not right for you at the time,
but I am now
I feel it is the time for us to actually connect again and try again. Can we do this?
Yeah, if it was okay, I wouldn't go back to an ex because probably there's a reason why we broke up. But the way you are breaking it down, I think it's quite interesting. To this extent, I mean, if what happens is right now we are in a relationship. I'm not saying we are.
We're not
saying
we are.
She wants 20 cows. So if we are in a relationship right now, and like you remember earlier, I spoke about the issue of somebody who has drinking problems. And you are a great person. You're an amazing woman to be with, but you have a problem of drinking.
He doesn't mean me, guys. He's making an example. I'm just putting it out there.
So you have a problem of drinking alcohol a lot than normal, you know. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try to change you. I'm like, you know what, not exactly change you, but like, you know, for us to work, stop this. And you try, and then it doesn't work out, you go back to drinking every 1 day or 2 days or whatever. And I'm like, you know what, let me walk away from this. And then you come back to me, as much as this thing hurt me, because you know what, my girl now is spending so much time with other guys drinking, you know, as much as you say these are my boys or whatever you say, you understand. And then now you like to me, I stopped drinking, I'll go to church now. I'm like, good person, would you take me back, you know? And I'm like, I love this girl, and the only thing that stopped me from marrying her was the alcohol. Now the alcohol is gone,
the one behavior,
you know, that specific habit, the alcohol is gone. But then it's also tricky because what happens sometimes is, what would trigger her to go back, you know? So if she goes back to alcohol, am I gonna divorce her now?
That's the thing,
you know. To avoid such situations, just walk far away from such
remove yourself from the equation.
Just do that.
No more toxic things.
It could be painful. Obviously, breaking up with somebody is painful.
Hey, but
it's not easy.
You can get over it, guys. Nothing is forever. Time heals. Believe me. Yeah.
Imagine I made an example this other time, and I said I was in a relationship with this girl. Awesome, man. You know what? She was amazing. And the only problem was that I went somewhere and I didn't tell her that I went to the place.
Ooh.
Right? She got mad.
Okay.
And me being me at the time, I think now I've probably grown and hopefully I'm mature enough. Because people say they are matured, but they're not. When you have a conversation with them, you can figure out if they are or not. So I told myself at the time that, you know what, I'm not gonna beg somebody for more than 2 days. If I'm begging you, I'm gonna beg you now. And if you don't want, it's okay. And which I feel like it's crazy. But yeah, that is the situation. So for me in my life, when I've never begged somebody for 2 days, I spent 2 weeks. Because I felt like she was worth it, you know. For 2 weeks I was begging her, you know what, I'm sorry I went to this place without you. I'm sorry I went to this place and I didn't tell you.
Oh, relationships are a lot of work, guys.
She didn't take me, you know. She was like, you know, I'm mad at you. And then this toxic side or this crazy side of me, or this, like, you know what, I know it all side of me. 2 weeks later I stopped and I was like, you know what, I'm stopping. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna text her once a week or whatever. Before I know it, once a month. Before I know it, we're not texting. And then I think 6 months later, she sends me a text. It's like, I just want to set you free. No, I've been free the whole time. I've been free the whole time. You want to set me free now? I've been free the whole time. I hope she's not tuned in. She's not even listening because it's a story. It's not true.
So, yeah, no, this is a sensitive one. Again, do let us know what your comments are on 066 057 6802. Would you take back that toxic?
Or just go on Facebook. It's Wiggle Tunes. Instagram is Wiggle Tunes. Twitter is Wiggle Tunes SA. We are on the best show in the land, so we can plug.
Yes, it is. And when what I also wanted us to touch on, but this topic is quite serious and it's quite close to home to for some people, I think. I wanted us to talk about the Men's Conference 2020.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Hey, men and their imaginary things. But okay, we'll go with you guys on this one. Men's Conference 2020 has been trending the whole week. I think, when is the conference? Do you know? Are you going this year?
I'm going to be there. I was there last year.
You were there.
And I'm going this year.
Has it been announced so much? Oh, you guys hide it from us until the last minute. It's a secret.
It's only for men. It's about us, because we don't want external influence.
And believe us, we will find out, because girls find out. We will find out where the venue is and everything anyway. Yeah, beforehand.
Probably one of our guys will be drunk and stuff
and start talking.
Yeah, and we have a chairperson who's up there. The great man himself.
Wait, the guy he's gonna be a speaker, most.
He's leading the whole situation for us now. It's like, you know what,
Honorable Muchengwa, the guy from last
he did the most.
He did.
Yeah, he's gonna teach us so many things.
He trended so much.
Yeah, he's gonna teach us so much in this year's men's conference. We're talking about stuff.
But what also caught my attention with this year's how can I put it, what should be in the agenda is the fact that men are now taking a stand against a lot of things, and it's more constructive and not play as per last year. I saw a tweet. It says, this year we're making men's health a priority. I will hold sessions at the Men's Conference 2020 to assist those who will need assistance or those who find themselves heavily burdened by issues. Men, this year we talk about issues openly. I think that's key.
That's very key.
Mental health for men is huge, because
it's big. Because I'd say this, and I've always said this. All right, it's been my personal view. I repeat, personal view. I've always said this: men deal with a lot of things, right? Mentally, that can destroy any person mentally, and because of our upbringing, we expect to be strong about it,
strong and quiet.
When the bomb finally explodes, all of us we jump and say, you know what, men are evil, men are this. We never, even when we saw the signs coming up, You know, we never took a stand around about it. And men, to this extent, men are not protecting men. Men are protecting women. Men are protecting kids. Men are working. Men are doing this. Men are doing this. It's just a lot to deal with as a man. And if today or even now this year in the men's conference we are dealing with the mental state of men, to say what are your problems, what are the things that you're dealing with. It's hard for a man to go to the police station and say my woman beat me.
Imagine.
You understand? Because of how it's
society
not, it doesn't,
set up.
it doesn't look normal, it doesn't sound normal. Even at the police station, they've already told you that the police are gonna laugh at you. You understand?
Imagine.
And you go there already weak, you go there with a low self-esteem. Even the information you're gonna give to the police is gonna be proper info, because you are scared, worried, they're gonna laugh at me, what's gonna be happening. So I think this year it's critical that we talk about these things.
And a lot of tweets were saying this year we're not inviting rapists or child molesters and all of that, so those issues should be dealt with as well, because of what happened last year. I think last year has been one of the most terrible years in terms of women dying, terrible deaths, violent deaths. So you guys must address this in the men's conference 2020.
I would also have a different maybe view to that. If you want to deal with the problem of abuse from men to children and from men to women, you need to address it to the right people. If you go to an institution that deals with abuse, and all of the men, they don't abuse, they are aware that they shouldn't abuse, and you go and host a conference there to people that already have the information, that already are not doing it, and claim that you want to decrease the abuse, it's going to happen because you're addressing it to the wrong people. But if you go to an institution that deals with people that are abusing, and most of the people that are there are abusers, or you understand, and you teach those people, you are decreasing the possibilities of people abusing again, because in most cases it's not something who's abusing for the first time. It's somebody who's done it before and it was not dealt with, and then is doing it again. You understand? Because even when they say we're teaching young men this and that, they take boys even when I was in high school, they take the good guys and take them to show them the prisons and stuff, and say,
so
if you go to prison, this is what's gonna happen. Not the bad guys. And the bad guys go to prison at the end of the day. But if you take these bad guys and show them that if you continue doing this is where you're gonna end up. I went with the program. I went to the prison as well to see. I was a good guy.
Did you go to the prison?
Yeah, to check what? Check what? To check life and things, how it works. They took us. I think I was in high school at the time. They took the good guys. Is it a place you'd wanna frequent? No, I'm cool.
Okay, you good.
I visited somebody there for like 10 years. So
wow.
Cool.
Okay.
It's in my book. Wrote about it. But yeah, I wouldn't. But let's deal this year. Let's deal and address the issues to the relevant people, the right people, because at the end of the day, you don't want a situation where you are addressing a problem to people that already have solutions to the problem, people that are not doing it. So what you need to do is just deal with the problem and give it to the right people, because if you're not doing that, it's going to be a serious problem, serious issue. So most of the time, guys, like I'm saying, still it's important for you guys to send us your views into would you take back an ex, and why would you take that back, the ex that hurt you. And also this year's men's conference, what are your thoughts? What do you think are the things that we need to be addressing in 2020?
The men's conference. Yes. I'm looking forward to it, guys. This year I'll be attending.
No, you're not attending. As for us men, what would you attend?
Okay, I would like to, but then
don't just focus on women empowerment, all these things that have to do with women, and leave the men's conference to us. Noted. Thank you. It's great. So we're gonna be playing a beautiful song for you guys right now. So make sure that you